Hi guys, welcome to my channel IT Support People. This is Masood. Today I'll show you how to configure Cisco Standalone Access Point using command line interface or CLI command with WPAv2 Authentication. Actually, in my previous video I have shown how to configure Cisco Standalone Access Point using GUI web interface, and this time I'm showing how to configure Cisco Standalone Access Point with CLI. And in my next video I'll show you how to convert Cisco lightweight access point to Cisco standalone or autonomous access point. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you will be notified about all the latest video which I'll create in future. Now I will show you the network topology for this network. Here we can see that this is my Cisco router, and this one is my Cisco layer 3 switch, and this is Cisco AIRONET 3602i standalone access point, and this one is my laptop, and another one is my desktop PC. In this video I will focus on this portion, how to configure Cisco access point with CLI command, and I'll briefly show this network portion because I have already created another YouTube video. If you go to my YouTube channel IT Support People, here you can see, you can check this video, how to connect Cisco router and switch to home router and access internet. I'll give the link in the description as well. So the gigabit 0/0 port of the Cisco router is connected to the ISP network, and gigabit 0/1 port of the Cisco router is connected to the fast Ethernet 0/1 port of the switch, and the Ethernet port of the Cisco access point is connected to the fast Ethernet 0/5 port of the switch. And I have created a DHCP pool in the gigabit 0/1 port of the router, where the network address is 192.168.2.0 and the subnet is /24, and the default gateway IP is 192.168.2.1. Basically we haven't done any configuration in the switch part, so that's why all the port belongs to VLAN 1. And basically the Cisco access point is getting IP from the DHCP pool which was created in the Cisco routers gigabit 0/1 port. That's why I wrote the IP address 192.168.2.0/24 in the Cisco access point portion. One thing we have to remember, that is to configure the Cisco access point we need the default gateway IP address. So as long as Cisco access point is getting IP from the DHCP pool which was created in the gigabit 0/1 port, and that's why the default gateway IP address for the Cisco access point would be the IP address 192.168.2.1. So once the configuration in the Cisco access point is done, then we'll connect my laptop and desktop PC to the SSID of the Cisco access point, and finally we'll check the connectivity and browse internet. I'll go to the next step. Now I will show you the physical connection of this network. Here you can see that this is my Cisco 2800 router, and this one is my Cisco Catalyst 356024 port PoE switch. This one is my switch, and here you can see that the connection in the fast Ethernet 0/1 port is coming from the gigabit 0/1 port of this Cisco router, and I connected my PC, my laptop, to the fast Ethernet 0/3 port of the switch which is connected to this laptop. And here you can see the fast Ethernet 0/5. This port goes to the this is the front side of my Cisco access point. And you can see the back side here. You can see the connection is goes to the Ethernet port of this access point, and this one is the console port. And here you can see a black button. This is a mode button which is used to reset the access point. And here is my laptop, and this one is my desktop PC. One thing I want to mention here, that you can see there is no power cable in the access point because it's connected to the PoE switch. This one is a PoE switch, so it's getting power through the Ethernet cable. So if your switch is not PoE switch, then you need a PoE injector like this. This is a TP-Link PoE injector. This is the power connection, and you can see this is a LAN in, and the other side is power or data. This is LAN out. So you can use this type of PoE injector. Now I will connect the console cable to the router and quickly check the IP from the router. I just connecting the console cable to the router. I have just insert the console cable to the Cisco router. Now I will open PuTTY. Before doing this, I'll check the port number. To do this, just type here device manager, UVI device manager. Just open device manager. Then go to a port. Here I can see the serial port number is COM9. So now I will open PuTTY. Make sure you select the serial. Then I will change the COM port 9 and open it and press enter. Yes, we access the router. You can see, just go to privilege mode, enable, and I'll show IP interface brief. You can see the gigabit 0/1 port IP address is 192.168.2.1, similarly like the network topology. Now I will quickly check the running configuration. Show running config. Here you can see the IP TCP pool. The network address is 192.168.2.0 and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and the default router 192.168.2.1, which would be the default gateway for the Cisco Access Point. And as I said, this laptop is also connected through a Ethernet cable to the switch, so we can check the IP address of this laptop. So just Windows R CMD and type IP config. Here you can see the IP address is 192.168.2.3 and the default gateway is 192.168.2.1. So now I will take out the console cable from the Cisco router and put the console cable to the access point. Yes, as I just changed the console cable from Cisco router to access point, if I just press enter, you can see it's now consoling the access point AP1. To enter the privilege mode, we write enable, and the password is Cisco, 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 and the C is capital, CISCO, C capital. So we successfully access the access point. Actually, I have divided the whole process into 3 steps. Here you can see that step 1 is access Cisco access point, then you reset access point, assigning static IP to BVI1 interface, and assigning default gateway IP. So we already accessed the access point with password Cisco. Now we have to reset the access point. It's recommended by Cisco before doing any configuration. It's recommended to reset the access point. Now I'll show you how to reset the Cisco access point with the mode button. Here you can see a black button here. This one is the mode button. Here is written mode. The down here, this is the mode button. So to reset the Cisco access point, you have to press the mode button. I just press the mode button with my left thumb, and you have to take out the Ethernet cable. I just take out the Ethernet cable. You have to press the mode button and just take out the Ethernet cable. So release the mode button. Then now again press the mode button. I press the mode button, and you have to put back the Ethernet cable again. You can see in the light is flashing green. So still I'm pressing the mode button. So I have to hold the mode button until the light changes to amber. So you can see, the light changed to amber. I release the mode button. Now it's resetting the access point. You can see it already been reset. You can check the host name has already been changed. Before the reset, you can see the host name was AP1. So now the host name has changed. Yes, the reset is done. Now we will go to privilege mode, enable, and password is Cisco, CISCO, capital C. First we will change the access point host name. So now it is ap.home. so we'll change it to AP. So go to configuration mode, configuration terminal. We'll change it the hostname only AP. Okay, so we'll make it permanent. So we'll do copy run start. Yes, confirm. So you see now the hostname has been changed. Before it was ap.home. Now it is AP. So exit. So if we go to the steps, so after reset, we have to go to the configuration terminal and put the IP address, VVI1 IP address. So we'll do the process again. Show IP interface brief. You can see the VVI1 interface is 192.168.2.4, but it is the method is DHCP. So we'll put the same IP address manually. So go to configuration mode, terminal, and go to interface, VVI1 interface, IP address 192.168.2.4, subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Yes, and to exit, and again we have to put the default gateway. So if you go to the step, then we have to put the default gateway, and the default gateway IP we checked previously, 198.168.2.1. so we'll put the default gateway IP default gateway is 192.168.2.1. so if we exit and show IP interface brief, you can see the VVI1 interface is 2.4, but this time method is manual. Before it was DHCP. So the first step is done. Then we'll go to the step 2. The step 2 is creating SSID, do authentication, and applying WPAv2 authentication key. So now we'll go to step 2. First we have to go to configuration mode and create a SSID. So we'll name the SSID Cisco LAN, Cisco WLAN. So let's do this. Go to configuration terminal, type .11 SSID, .11 SSID. The SSID name would be Cisco WLAN. Yeah, you can see the configure SSID. It enter the SSID configuration. Now you can see the guest mode. The guest mode means it will broadcast the SSID. To broadcast the SSID, you have to enable guest mode. So we'll type guest mode. Just GU, then press tab. It will automatically take the full form guest mode. So now the next step is allow the authentication. So if we type authentication open, it means it will allow any device to authenticate and communicate with the SSID. So now we'll apply authentication open. So just tap authentication and open. Just tap it. It will take the full form. Authentication open. Then the next stage is applying WPAv2 authentication. So we'll apply this. Just type authentication, tap, and yeah, just type authentication. If you press authentication key, tap key management. If you you don't need to memorize the code, you just question mark, then it will give you the possible authentication key. So if we our authentication is WPA. So if you press W, then tab WPA. Then if you press again question mark, it will show you the possible option. So our authentication key would be a WPA version 2. So we'll press V and again tap version. If you go again question mark, it will show 2. So our version is 2, so press 2, then enter. Okay, so if we go to the process, so authentication key management WPA version 2. So if we press the, it's the easy way, if we press the question mark, it will give us the option. So we apply the WPA version 2 authentication. Now we have to apply a password or shared key, WPA shared key. So to do this, the code is WPA PSK ASCII. So we'll type WPA, tab it, so it will take automatically WPA. Then if we go to question mark, it will also give us the option. So our shared key is ASCII. So if we just type AS and tab ASCII, then now type the password. So this time the password is Cisco123. I'll type the password Cisco123, just capital C I S Cisco123. So press enter. If we go to the process, yeah, we apply the password, shared key or password. So then we'll go to exit. So the step 2 is done. Okay, now we'll go to step 3. In step 3, we will enable encryption to 4.2 gigahertz radio interface, and then we'll apply SSID to 4.2 gigahertz radio interface, and finally we'll enable the radio interface. So let's do this. So first we have to select the interface .11 radio 0 interface. So .11 radio 0 interface means it's 4.2 gigahertz radio interface. If it is .11 radio 1, that means 5 gigahertz radio interface. So this time we're doing the 4.2 gigahertz. So next time we'll do the 5 gigahertz. So let's do this. So just make sure we have to go to configuration mode. So we are in configuration mode, then interface .11 radio 0. So yes, if you type .11, then tab, sorry, we have to go to interface, then .11, just tap radio. If we do question mark, then it will show 0 to 1. So this time we are doing for 4.2 gigahertz. So we'll type 0, then enter. You can see the configuration if, so it's taking the configuration for radio interface 4.2 gigahertz. So then according to process, we'll enable the encryption mode, the cipher AES CCM. So to enabling the encryption, so we have to type encryption mode. So we don't need to memorize it, we just type encryption, just type ENCR, then press tab and type mode. If you press if you type question mark, it will give you the option. So our encryption mode is cipher. So we type CI. If you type CI and press tab, it will take the full form. Again we press question mark, it will give us the option AES CCM. So we just type AES and press tab, it will take the full form AES CCM, then press enter, like this command line, encryption mode cipher AES CCM. So now we have to apply the SSID to the radio interface. We have to apply the exact same SSID we created, Cisco LAN. So we'll type SSID, type SSID tab, just Cisco _ WLAN. Yes, we apply the SSID to radio interface. Then we have to select the channel type, channel. So if we go to just type channel, CH, press tab, CH channel, and then type question mark, it will give you the channel list. You can see the least congested, that means scan for best frequency. We'll choose the least congested, it will scan for best frequency. We just type just 2 or 3 letter LEAS, then press tab, it will take the full form, just enter. So if we go to the process, channel type least congested. So yeah, that's all. Now we have to enable the 4.2 gigahertz radio interface. So that's the final step. So just to enable it, we have to type no shutdown. So no shutdown, no shutdown. So as soon as we enable the radio interface, that means we make the radio interface up, it should come up in the wireless network. So we just exit. You can see the change status to up. We just exit, again exit. So now we can check from the network. Just click here. You can see the Cisco LAN is here. You can see the Cisco WLAN. So just click it and try to connect it. It is asking the security key. So we type it Cisco 123. 123. Press next. Yes. So you can see the Cisco LAN is connected. If we go to the properties, we can see that the SSID is Cisco WLAN, the protocol is Wi-Fi, and the network band for 2.4 gigahertz, the IPv4 address 192.168.2.5. So the 2.4 gigahertz radio interface is done. Now we will configure the 5 gigahertz radio interface. So if we go to the process, the step, we don't need to do the step 1 to configure the 5 gigahertz radio. We have to just create another SSID for 5 gigahertz, and the other steps are same. Another like broadcast, SSID, guest mode, everything is same. So in that step 3, we have to change the interface .11 radio 1. For 2 gigahertz we selected radio 0. This is the only change, and the another change is we have to create another SSID. So let's do this. So just go to configuration terminal, and have to create a SSID for 5 gigahertz. So .11 SSID, this time Cisco WLAN 5G. So yes, .11 SSID Cisco WLAN 5G. Just create SSID, and yeah, now we have to we have to broadcast the SSID. So guest mode. Now we have to allow the authentication open. Open. Now I have to apply authentication. So now I have to apply WPAv version 2 authentication. Authentication key management, WPAv version 2. Yes. Now I have to apply the shared key or password. So WPSK. Sorry, WPAPSK ASCII. The password is Cisco 123. Then we have to exit. Yeah, the step 2 is done. Now we have to follow the step 3. So yeah, the step 3 is we have to enable 5 gigahertz radio interface, then apply SSID to interface, enable radio interface finally. So we go to interface and .11 radio 1. So interface .11 radio. This time for 5 gigahertz we have to type radio 1. Yes, we have to enable encryption mode cipher. This encryption mode cipher. Mode cipher ASCCM. Yes, we have to apply the SSID to 5 gigahertz interface. So SSID Cisco WLAN 5 gigahertz. What's the name? Yes, exactly 5G 5 gigahertz. 5 gig, and yeah, now we have to select the channel type. So we type channel, type question mark, it will give us the channel type. You can see the channel number is starting from 36, 40, 44, 48. So we'll select the first one, so channel 36. Yes, then we have to finally we have to make the interface 5 gigahertz interface up. So we'll no shutdown, no shutdown, so no shutdown. Yes, it will make the interface up. Yeah, so exit and again exit, sorry, exit. So we'll save the configuration. To save the configuration, just type copy, running configuration, startup configuration. Yes, okay, to set the configuration. So as soon as we make the interface 5 gigahertz interface up, so it should appear in the network portion. So let's check it. Yeah, we can see the Cisco WLAN 5G is here. Yeah, Cisco WLAN 5 gigahertz network is here. So if we connect it, it's asking the password. Let's type Cisco 123, type next, yes. It's checking the yes, it's connected. If we go to the properties, you can see the SSID is Cisco WLAN 5 gigahertz, and the network band is 5 gigahertz, channel 36, and the IP is 192.168.2.4, 2.5. So if we go to the access point and check the both radio interface, so just type BSSID. You can see the .11.0 means 2.4 gigahertz. SSID is Cisco WLAN, and .11 radio 1 means 5 gigahertz. SSID is WLAN 5G. So we have successfully created configured the access point for both 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz, and we check the connectivity, and finally we will check the connection browsing internet. You can see that my laptop is currently connected to Cisco WLAN 5 gigahertz network, so it is also connected to Ethernet. So first I will disconnect the Ethernet connection. To do this, Windows R and type ncpa.cli and then OK. It will give you the adapter, network adapter. I just disable the Ethernet connection. It's disabled. So if we go to this, you can see the Ethernet is not here, only the Cisco WLAN 5G is connected. So yes, now we'll browse internet. So now we'll browse internet. So go to internet browser and go to YouTube. Type IT support people. IT support people, my channel. Yeah, if we run any video, yeah, it's running. So we can access internet using 5 gigahertz radio interface. Yes, the video is running. So now we'll check another SSID. We browse with 2.4 gigahertz. We just click it and connect. Yeah, it's connected because it's not asking the password, because we already given the password. So yes, we just go to browser, YouTube, slow. So IT support people. Let's just play one video. Yeah, it's working. Okay, so finally we successfully configured the Cisco AIRONET 3602 standalone access point with CLI command, and we check the connectivity from laptop with 2.4 gigahertz SSID and 5 gigahertz SSID, and finally we browse through internet. So yeah, everything is done. Thanks for watching. If you think this video is helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel, and you can let me know any queries through comments. Your little appreciation will inspire me to make the next video. Thanks for watching.